podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Listen, hopefully it's well, but listen, Deontay, Wilder, where you at? June, where you at, Wilder? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready! Let's get it, Deontay! Let's go! No more excuse. Forget Joshua just doesn't be ready in time. Let's do this. June, live at all two. Let's get it. I'm number one, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's
you know the saying.
Okay.
Stay hungry, stay humble.
Boxing
I'm hungry, I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Beyoncé Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing
No excuses.
science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the boxing voice.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back. TBV fight fans, what it do, what it do. Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are back, and we're going to be talking a little bit of the Dillian Whyte. He's nonstop with it. I guess if he can't get the Deontay Wilder fight, he's willing to fight Deontay Wilder on social media and in interviews and with numerous. He's just got numerous words for Wilder or about Wilder. You know, it's quite hilarious, actually. I think, Wilder said it the best. He called him a pesky fly. He said mandatories are like pesky flies, and you got to take care of them. And I think Dillian Whyte is doing the right thing by keeping his foot on Wilder's neck, reminding everyone that he's there. Because it even has me at the point where I'm begging the champ to handle this. I'm just like, how long are we going to let him talk? How long are we going to let him say things? And then it's so many people that are like taking him seriously. And it's like, I'm just being honest here. I mean, can we honestly believe Dillian Whyte if he says that he physically witnessed Deontay Wilder being knocked out by Wladimir Klitschko and be twitching on the ground? I mean, is he a reliable source for this type of information? And I don't know, why take like 10 years to leak it? Why haven't you came out and said this? Like, you were there and now is when you're saying it? I'm so lost with this. And honestly, how many times have we heard AJ get knocked out in sparring? How many times have we heard Floyd get a black eye or Broner knocked out in sparring? I mean, we've heard it before. But I don't hear anyone bringing up Floyd's black eye or Broner being knocked out in sparring from 10 years ago. This is actually hilarious that the UK fans are grabbing at this. They're happy. Your man was twitching. You got to see my inboxes. Your man was twitching. That's what Whyte said. Your man was twitching on the ground. He was knocked out, properly knocked out. And it's like, bruh, my man will properly knock out your man. How about that? How about Dillian Whyte? Stop talking about what Wlad did and start talking about what he can do. Don't he got a decent left hook? Why is he talking about what Wlad did? Mike gonna make me deaf with that shit. Why he talking about what Wlad did is all I want to know. Why he can't be talking about what he's gonna do, what he wants to do? You know, every day with this guy is an old rumor that we have to discuss. Something, you know, that he feels all of a sudden. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, bro. All these years, and all of a sudden now he's coming out with this. He's not a credible source to me. I'm sorry. You know, I can't stop clout chasing is how I'm seeing this, man. But listen, looks like we got the main man, Mike Gross, the boss, in the building. We're gonna have an interview with Big Stephen Shaw, heavyweight, at 10:05 this morning. We'll have Patrick Teixeira on Thursday. And we possibly are going to have Dominic Brazil Thursday as well. We got a lot of stuff cooking for you. So make sure you stay glued to that Patreon page so you can ask your questions to everyone that we are interviewing. But yeah, let me head on out to Indiana. Gross the boss. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. Let's go.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Two attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. Two to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
Boxingvoice.com. Yo. Good morning. And shout out to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. Dillian Whyte, man. Dillian Whyte. What happened to the Dillian Whyte that I seem to recall, I think about a year ago? It was going back and forth on Twitter with this guy named Lawrence Okolie. Okolie came out and said, man, I touched up Dillian Whyte in sparring, you know what I'm saying? I get that boy that business, you know what I'm saying? Dillian Whyte come out, man, sparring is supposed to be held secret, it's supposed to be held inside. You can't tell the people about sparring. Now you want to come out and throw a little assault on Wilder the day of the press conference, the day of one of Wilder's biggest events. Man, this guy is clout chasing. We heard from his mouth earlier on last year that sparring is supposed to be kept sacred and secret, and now he want to change his tune because it's Wilder. And I understand he's a Wilder fanboy. He's a Wilder fan club member, you know what I'm saying? So big ups to Dillian Whyte, and thank you for making my champion more and more famous day by day. What's going on with this?
Bro, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Every day it's a new Dillian Whyte comment, a new insult, a new slander, a new clout chase, man. The fact that people can't see it's clout chasing is crazy, but at the same time, he's building the fight. He's building the fight. He's keeping his name. He's doing what people claimed AJ or Wilder was doing to each other. You know what I mean? Like, he's using his Wilder's name to stay hot.
Absolutely, man. And like this guy got all these farces, you know what I'm saying? Like Wilder got knocked down by this guy and that guy. Like Klitschko knocked him out of sparring, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got a guess, you know what I'm saying? Like we seen you knocked out, you know what I'm saying? We seen goddamn AJ. We seen Parker have you drunk at the end of rounds. We seen Oscar Rivas hit you with an uppercut, then punch you in the shoulder and you fall. So I don't get this guy, man. Like I like Dillian Whyte though. Don't get it twisted. I like Dillian Whyte. Don't say he's a funny guy. He's a villain. He's a guy who's always coming at Wilder's neck. And like you said, he definitely is building this fight. But at the same time, man, I think sometimes, man, like enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? It's been over like 3 years, two and a half. This guy has come on a campaign straight, going after Wilder day in and day out. And I just wonder, man, is Wilder, you know what I'm saying, seeing it? If he is, like, what is his reaction to it?
Yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it, bro. I mean, obviously we know Wilder's reaction. He said he ain't paying him no mind. You know, he don't care what he got to say. He's not focused on Dillian Whyte until he needs to focus on Dillian Whyte. But, bruh, can you see any any reason why Dillian would hold this information for so long?
Who gives a fuck? I'm being real, like, nigga, hold the information. I don't give a damn what Dillian Whyte doing, bruh. Let me see. The reason why Dillian Whyte would hold this maybe for so long, maybe he was waiting for the Wilder and Fury press conference. Maybe he's waiting for that date, you know what I'm saying, to announce his news on his YouTube channel or wherever the hell he announced it on Sky Sports or wherever the hell the article said. But man, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like, maybe he got a long list of checkpoints that he want to say about Wilder, and he got a checkpoint list. You know what I'm saying? Every 3 or 4 months, he got something coming out. Who knows, Ness?
Nah, I'm just trying to make sense of it because it's like, if it's true, why hold it so close to your chest for so many years, you know, and now only release this, now only talk about this, you know what I mean? It's funny, though. Didn't he also say that he dropped Fury in sparring? Like, he knows he got a lot of sparring rumors, this dude.
Did he say he beat up Fury in sparring?
Didn't he say he dropped Fury 3 times or some shit like that? Come on, man. I know I ain't making this up.
I don't know about that one.
What?
Let me see. Dillian Whyte.
I'm telling you, I remember him saying he dropped him.
He probably did. Maybe he did. You know what I'm saying? He got all kind of sparring stories.
That's what it looked like. So you labeling it straight clout chasing?
Yeah. You're right. Back in August, Dillian Whyte claimed to drop Fury in sparring
3 times, right? 3 times. Now, ain't this strange? He talks about AJ getting dropped. He talks about dropping Fury. He talks about Wilder getting dropped and twitching. But when he talks about himself, he dropped Fury 3 times. He got kicked out the Wlad camp because he was roughing Wlad up. So he the only sparring partner to get it in, really. Everybody else getting knocked out and outworked. But Dillian in there giving everybody the business. He gave the lineal champ the business, and he gave the former lineal champ the business so much so they kicked him out. Man, Dillian Whyte is amazing, bro. I'm trying to just be fair here because I'm communicating with him something heavy with one of his peoples, man. I'm trying to get him on this show because we definitely need to talk to this man and see what's up.
I just find it comical, you know what I'm saying? Like today at the press conference, they on one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, events for this build-up for this fight, you know what I'm saying? And we know the media presence is going to be there heavy. What question's going to come out? Oh, man, we seen this with Dillian Whyte already, you know what I'm saying? So you know how that's going to play out. But I think Dillian Whyte did it on purpose, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if how factual his recollection is, but I definitely think he did it on purpose. I think today was strategic more than organic, and I just don't put much validity into what Dillian Whyte, you know what I'm saying, said about that sparring. Like I don't know, maybe he did see what he saw, or maybe he did knock out down Fury, maybe he did do whatever against AJ. Who knows, man? But at the end of the day, when the lights on and the shit matter most, we see who get knocked down, and we see who get knocked out. Simple as that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can talk that spawn shit, but my champ knocking people out right now, you know, in the ring. But really quick, just want to remind everybody, the 16th, 3 days from now, we will have Patrick Teixeira on at 7:30. On the 23rd, next Thursday, 23rd Thursday, we'll have Mike Polite Coffee. And today we'll have Stephen Shaw, Big Shot Shaw, heavyweight. Also working on just tons of people, man. It's just about hammering out what days work for them. You know, we really only do evening shows on Thursdays and Sundays. So I'm trying to keep all interviews to the morning. But it's hard to get a guy like Dominic Brazil, who lives on the West Coast, to come on the show at 6:30 a.m. Now check it out, he and I texting this early. I just wanted to hit him up like, bro, you might as well just come on now. You up right now?
I thought he would. I seen the IG going back and forth. I was like, okay, shit, you know, I thought that was just gonna say, hey, bro, what up right now? I mean, we got 9:30 for you.
Yeah, but he like, yeah, this is what's best for me. So, whatever. That's what's best. Working on a lot of people, though, man. Callum Johnson also said yes. It's just a matter of figuring out what works for him. Who else?
That'd be easy morning show because he's like UK, right?
I mean, you would figure, but we haven't hammered out a time yet. Even Joe McCroskey is ready, but still, from Dazn need to hammer out a time. Frank Smith is back from Bali, so again, another guy we're hammering out a time. Even Clayton. Why no one's a morning person? I'm trying to get Clayton on. He don't like mornings, man.
They boxing, man. They fight.
Bruh, you supposed to be running your mouths at that time. Put your headphones on and talk to TBV. Fuck that.
They're waking up in the morning, shit, running your mouths, shit overrated. These niggas fight Danry at midnight. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to get up at no 6 in the morning to go run. I can run at 6 just as well as I can run at 10:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck I gotta get up at 6 and run for?
Nah, I hear you, bro. Definitely hear you. But for us, it works better in the morning. You know what I mean? And we need to get the morning guests. I'll
go to this article right quick, man. You know what I'm saying? He said my guy was over there twitching and shit.
Oh, you gonna read the actual quotes?
I mean, you might as well. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker say he twitching and shit. Like, bro, come on, man.
And I quote, Wladimir knocked him out. He was roughing Wlad up, going wild. Wlad backs up, changes footwork, feint jab, left hook. Wilder had his hands up. He was gone. Knocked out. Cold. Properly twitching as well. That's what he told Sky Sports.
Come on, man. I want to stop before that, man. The man said I was just going there trying to learn. And then I saw him knocking people out.
And I said, you ain't going to knock me out,
motherfucker. You ain't knock me the fuck
out. I'm telling you, he the superhero, bruh. Everybody else getting hurt. He the only one out here putting it in.
Oh, I went in there after him. He threw saying Sexton on the button. He broke Sexton's nose. I said, nah. Whoa. You're not knocking me out. I'm coming.
So then he says he roughs him up and they kick him out. Come on, man. Come on. Damn, champ, stop spamming. I'm trying not to time you out. He on his hardcore Dillian Whyte drug cheater shit. Everything he putting is that. Stop it.
Yeah, man, this guy right here, man, he got his cape on there. He took it upon himself to take pride for all sparring partners. You know what I'm saying? Can't let this happen to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out there and rough him up a little bit. Man, it seemed like a nice fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? I never even heard Klitschko bring up Dillian Whyte when we talk about sparring. I heard him bring up Tyson Fury and AJ and Wilder, but
let's take the rumor out of it.
Go ahead.
Let's take the rumor out of it, though. Like, man, like, we need to kind of ask Wilder about this without the knockout, because that had to be a fucking crazy feeling to be in there with Wlad, AJ, Wilder, Sam Sexton, like, or was it separate times the way Wilder does? Because, Wilder mixes up the sparring part, or was they all there? Because I seen a picture of Dillian and AJ at the same Wlad camp. I just don't know if Wilder was in that same Wlad camp.
I don't know. Maybe it's the one with Johnny Nelson was there. Apparently, Klitschko knocked Wilder down with a body shot, too, according to Johnny Nelson back in the day.
Klitschko knocked Wilder down with a body shot.
Yeah, that was Johnny Nelson said, like in 2018, 17.
Oh, okay.
Remember what Wilder did that video? He was sitting.
Fuck Johnny Nelson.
Yeah. So, man, these UK guys come with something every 2 or 3 years, bro.
Yo, man, I wish I could get Wlad on the show. Some of these dudes, you know what I mean, they just ain't even beat. Yeah, I want to see some video come out. Like, how the fuck is it that Teofimo, Devin Haney, Vasil, they got libraries worth of spawn, and it's like these little spawn stories have no video. Like, let me get some video. But again, man, Wlad, man, little intelligent motherfucker. He had everybody in there. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, Wlad knew how to do it, man. That's why he was champ for so long, bruh. He had Dillian in there, AJ in there, Wilder. I don't even know what he had Sexton in there for. What the fuck was he doing in there? Ain't Sam is he a heavyweight?
Yeah, Sam Sexton.
Oh, that's the one Huey beat.
Yeah, got knocked out by Huey, yeah. But yeah, man, Wlad, you know what I'm saying? Got to master the craft, you know what I'm saying? Got to know what's coming up, coming your way. That's why he probably had confidence, you know what I'm saying, going to the Joshua fight. Probably why he you know what I'm saying, didn't call out Wilder when he was champion. And probably why he never mentioned Dillian Whyte's name. So.
Yeah, I mean, but for the Dillian Whyte fans, they say that's why Wilder never was ready for Wlad, because he knew he got knocked out in this fake sparring.
Hey man, but whatever, you know what I'm saying, fish a narrative. If you're a Wilder fan, you're gonna go against the grain. I mean, with the grain. And if you are a Wilder hater, then you probably go against. So it is what it is, man. All these sparring stories, man, with no actual footage. Like at least when we had the Keith Thurman and Sean Porter rumors and back and forth, you know what I'm saying, we got
footage,
actual footage.
Yeah, I got that footage. But what camp did he say this was for? What fight was Wlad getting ready for? Do we know? Do we know how many years ago this shit happened?
Let me see what fight. What camp I have? I don't think he said what fight it was. To be honest with you. I just don't think. Honestly, I just don't think it's a very big deal, man. I just think it's more of a. It's more just Dillian Whyte trying to steal the shine, and these websites trying to have a clickable headline. You know what I'm saying?
But it's clout chasing at its finest, Mike. Like back in the day when Mayweather was in his prime, there was a Mayweather article on every website. You could not talk about Mayweather Pacquiao. Like if you didn't, you were losing. Like winning is talking about Mayweather Pacquiao. And I think that's where Wilder finds himself right now. You know what I mean? Like, talking about him brings attention and awareness. I mean, come on. Sky Sports sat down with AJ to review his fights and talk specifically about him after his win. So
when did this interview happen?
With Sky?
Yeah, with Dillian Whyte. Was it the same time we seen all the other shit?
Probably, and they just probably broke it down. But the link is on Benson's Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, he probably heard Wilder call him a bitch or something the other day and got mad or some shit like that.
Well, obviously, because Benson reported on us, and so did the Sun, and so did Boxing Scene. That whole both of them as bitches comment is really picking up some steam on the internet. So shout out to Wilder for coming on the show and hooking us up with the rather very official quotes.
And I said, man, I looked back and said, man, look at them bitches.
Mm-hmm. But let's go out to the phone lines there, man. Final thoughts are, man, look, this is if this was recent sparring, the way that we got rumors of AJ being concussed by Joey DeVelco right before the big fight with Andy Ruiz, then I would be paying more, attention to this. But he's talking old sparring just for clout chasing. Like this thing got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing new. He just trying to stay relevant, in my opinion. Those are my final thoughts.
Honestly, bro, I started looking at Stephen Shaw. But man, Dillian Whyte is saying he's entertaining. He's a character, you know what I'm saying? Making headlines today, you know what I'm saying, on the Wilder Fury press conference day. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I really don't read much into it. So yeah, man, I guess I'll look forward to the callers.
All right. Well, let's go out to these sponsors and then hit the callers up. You already know.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
David McWater, that's the new Al Heyman dude, right?
Yeah, he's the manager. What's up? Who he signed?
That's why I asked.
Who he signed? Signed somebody new?
He the manager, agent of Stephen Shaw.
Oh, yes. You know what's funny is Stephen used to be with Heyman, and now he's with Shaw.
Stephen used to be with Heyman, now he's with Shaw. Stephen used to be with Heyman, but now he's with
Walters.
Walter, there we go.
All right, let's go out to Mastermind. Kels, what it do? Good morning. Kels? All right, Kels dropped off. We're going out to Boomerang. J-Mac, N-O, good morning.
What up, J-Mac?
J-Mac, busy. All right, we going to Boomerang. Stainless. Stainless, let me check with you because let me see if this is a trifecta here or somebody available. What's going on? You there? Can you give me an unmute?
Yeah, I'm here.
My man don't never fail. I should have just went straight to your intro, but the other two guys had me nervous.
Hey, you can do it on my Boomerang. We'll be real special today.
Good
first
morning,
off,
man.
what's up, Mike and Ness?
What up?
Yo, happy Monday to y'all fellas, man. Y'all right back at it, man. That's why everybody stay on TBV and be booing all the rest of these cats. Deanna Ball White saying Wilder got knocked out in sparring with Klitschko and was twitching on the floor and shit. Are we sure them ain't just the drugs affecting Dillian Whyte brain at this point? Something wrong with that dude, man. First I thought he was bipolar. Now I'm saying that he just suffered from fucking schizophrenia. He's way off, man. And the fact that the UK press is actually giving this dude room to say stupid shit like that, man, that's a really bad look, man. To the UK callers and the listeners and stuff, man, talk to y'all people, man, because we talk a lot of shit over here, man, but our press would never allow somebody to go on the news and make false statements like that. That's slander, man. Plus, we all know what's going to happen, man. You want that fight, champ? Let him get that fight. Lay his ass out on the stretcher, too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all he asking for. And I don't like to agree with Dillian Whyte, but I agree with Dillian Whyte, man. He waited 600 days. 600 days. Give him that fight so he can get flattened and starch right.
Cut it.
Stainless, man. Good morning. So I'm trying to reconnect with this bum ass blog talk, and once that happens, we're gonna get Chris Colbert on. But that might mean we're gonna have to go to the bat signal on Skype and use that line to get him on.
Prime time.
Yep, because we don't want to ruin the interview.
Young B-Hop.
Young B-Hop.
Little B-Hop. And what's the other name he had? The Golden.
Well, now he
Child?
prime time. Yeah, he went from Lil B-Hop to Golden Child to prime time. But we need to ask him, since he used to use the Lil B-Hop and B-Hop's his guy, what he think about?
Oh man, damn.
What do you think of Joe Smith's belt? I mean, Mass.
Oh no, Jesse Hart.
Jesse Hart. Yeah.
I was gonna ask him, hey man, you should just go like by the boxer formerly known as Chris Colbert.
The boxer formerly. Hilarious. Let's see if this worked, man. I changed browsers, man.
Yeah, man, that damn mask, boy. That motherfucker was wide. The X wasn't even like a Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? It was like one of those goddamn those X's, you know what I'm saying, you put on the refrigerator, you know what I'm saying, where like you get the little magnet and shit to it. But anyway, man, that shit right there was crazy, man. Damn, Jesse. The whole city telling you gotta get Joe, and Joe fuck you up. It's all good, man. Back to this Dillian Whyte story, man. I'm with Stainless, man. Now, I'm not gonna go overboard and say the American media won't let somebody come on TV and spread lies, because I mean, shit. I seen Oprah out here do all kind of specials on motherfuckers that ain't got motherfuckers change their damn story up in the middle of the interview. But I digress of that, man. Oprah may do better. But anyway, man. Yeah, man. Dillian Whyte, this guy is I can't sit here and say he's not. He's one of those guys you need in boxing. He's that heel. He's that person that gets under everybody's skin if you're a Wilder fan. He's what you need. And I always Stanley's man make that fight. I want to see that fight happen. Both guys get started to throw down.
All right. So starting today, I've used my calendar. Did you get my calendar invites, Mike?
Yeah, I got the one.
All right. One, you should have got two. But
maybe I did get two.
But the point is, I've started to use my calendar, so we gonna get this together, and we won't do what I did, which is double book.
Double book.
So we waiting on Salita to call, and we ain't gonna call prime time just yet. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked to Salita first. Salita, were you good? You call it in or what, Jan?
Dimitri, he had a fight Friday night, yeah, of course, the Shields. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got a lot to talk about with Salita. A lot to talk about with Salita.
Yeah, I wonder if he gonna match. Does he have the maybe a fight next fight option on Sitarus? You know what I'm saying? I wonder where she's gonna go from here. And then we also have was Ayubov his fighter, or was it somebody he was just working with?
Well, we about to ask him right now because we have promoter, good friend, great guy, Dimitri Salita on the line. Dimitri, how are you? Good morning. Thank you for taking out the time to come on the show, and Happy New Year.
Good morning, Nestor. Always good to be on with you. I lost you for a minute. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you perfectly. I said,
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Salita. Can you hear us? Okay. If not, let us know. We'll try to reconnect you. Yeah, he can't
All
hear
right,
us.
I'm going to call him on a bat signal.
Go ahead and do that. But yeah, man, like I was saying about Sitarus, you know what I'm saying? I would love to see her back in the ring, like against, like, since they were trying to line up Napoleon, you know what I'm saying, for her, like, let Sitarus, you know what I'm saying, maybe get like the Dazn Cruz fight. I think that'll be a good fight for her. Even bring back Kristen Hammer. I think Sweden versus Germany, that could possibly be like a big fight over in like Hammer's backyard, you know what I'm saying? You could possibly bring Hammer back, you know what I'm saying, over in Germany and offer old girl like a nice little payday. And that should be a good fight. Both women got some good technical skill, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Sitarus is on the level of Shields right now. So I think that by matching her up with Shields, man, you could be like cutting her off too early. But with a fight like Hammer,
Mike.
I mean, sink or swim.
All right, we definitely have Salita back. Salita, how are you? I was saying Happy New Year, and thank you. Are you there?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
All right, so I was saying Happy New Year, and thank you for taking out the time to come on the program. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Always good to be on with you.
Perfect. So, let's get right into it. Clarissa Shields made her story. Fantastic performance, a true outclassing. She continues to set the bar higher and higher and carry women's boxing on her back. Just give me your overall thoughts on Clarissa's performance Friday night and where you see her today in women's boxing.
I think Clarissa did a fantastic job. Like you said, she's getting better and better. Usually fighters go up in weight, which is easier. But Clarissa's coming down in weight. This is quite challenging. She always, time athlete, she's going to be named with the greats like Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, and so on. Pele, she's really a phenomenal athlete, and she's raising the sports world, and particularly women's boxing, to new heights never seen before. So I'm very proud of her, very honored to be involved in her journey and to be a part of, of progressing her career to all-time highs.
Man, I love the fact that you brought up Serena Williams, man. She don't get enough recognition. But kind of like Serena Williams, man, like Clarissa Shields, like every time she gets in the ring, it seems like she's getting better and better and better, and the competition is like a nice little gap right there between her and her competitor. How hard is it going to be to match up with Clarissa with somebody that possibly is going to be like a 50-50 fight? Do we look at the girl who just won the 168-pound from
Alejandra Jimenez
on the zone, or do we look towards the UFC?
Well, I think Cecilia Brækhus would make a lot of sense. I think Clarissa would make the sacrifice and come down to 47-ish. I know she can make 47. Possibly there could be a catchweight. Maybe she can even make 47 for such a big fight. I think that would be just an incredible fight. Her and Amanda Nunes would be one of the biggest women's sporting events of all time. That makes a lot of sense. So, it is Savannah Marshall, who Clarissa only amateur loss. She's climbing up the ranks.
Salida? Dimitri? Yeah, I think we just lost you one.
Yeah, my whole thing just froze. My Skype did. I don't know. Did we lose him? Well, if this is right now on YouTube, go ahead and take a second now and smash that thumbs up button. Working very hard to try to get Mr. Salida back on the air. Man. But I think Shields and
all right, we should have him again. I don't know. We have a spotty connection. That's that New York connection over there, all them buildings, Salida. You good? You on there with us or what?
I'm with you, baby.
All right. So I don't know exactly where we lost you, Mike. Do you remember? He was saying Amanda Nunes is a super fight. I wanted to interject and say we just had Clarissa on yesterday. Thank you to the champion. I mean, I couldn't even believe that she was grateful. I mean, not grateful, but humble enough to come on the show on a Sunday. But she definitely gave us her take, and she doesn't feel that Amanda Nunes fight is anything realistic anymore. But the fight that I'm excited for would be Alejandra Jimenez. What do you think of that? Did you watch that performance between Franchon Cruz and Jimenez? And what do you think is next for Jimenez? Do you think she does the rematch with Franchon, or do you immediately negotiate? Because I'm thinking that's a super fight. The public is gonna be afraid for. I mean, I was afraid for Clarissa. That's why I interviewed. I'm like, man, you moved down to 154. Now you got this ex-heavyweight, two-time champion calling you out, non-stop Margarito style. I mean, that's easy to sell for you.
Well, she's 168. Clarissa is still the current unified middleweight world champion. So it would make sense for her to, I don't know that Jimenez can make 160, coming down from heavyweight. I have been reading a lot of different posts on.
Well, let me interject. Let me interject. Give you some facts. She did say on her DAZN post fight that she would move down to middleweight, which is 160. But she did weigh in at 164, so she has absolutely no problem making that weight from what it looks like. Clarissa also said on this show that she'd be willing to go to Cancun and beat her in her own backyard because she's that easy. She said she doesn't understand why Franchon Cruz fought the fight that she fought. Franchon has better skills, but Clarissa's lateral movement will be a nightmare for Jimenez, according to Clarissa.
Clarissa, trace of a great fighter. She ducks no one. So that is definitely a possibility that we have to explore. As the chips will lay where they may. That sounds like a big fight. I think Clarissa is a star, so even though she has shown the ambition to go to the whole hometown of whoever, I'd be interested to do that fight in Michigan, in Flint, or in Detroit. I think that would make a lot of sense for it if that fight happens. But it's good that there's.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Why would you put that in Flint or Detroit? Like, are there a good amount of Mexican fan? Like, you gotta capitalize on Jimenez. Did you see the amount of people cheering for her? I mean, you gotta capitalize on that fan base.
There's a good amount of Clarissa Shields fans. I'm a Clarissa Shields promoter, and I wouldn't go to Cancun, Mexico, for Clarissa to fight her. I'd do a fight in her hometown, but we can talk about the details of where the fight can happen at a later time. But it is a possibility, and I'm very excited that you, as a boxing journalist, are aware of the good fighters in that weight class, and are searching for exciting fights. That means that the sport of women's boxing, is going to the next level, and certainly Carissa's weight class. There's commotion and excitement.
Do you have a next fight option on Ellen Setarus? Like she looked very, very impressive Friday night against Alicia Napoleon Espinoza.
I do not, but that's another fight that I'd like to explore. That would be a great possibility for Clarissa as well as the next one.
And I want to give you like a go ahead, Ness. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you think you can change Setarus's mind? Because she seemed pretty sure about not being ready for Clarissa in her post-fight interview.
We haven't had any real discussions with her team. I heard that she said that, but after the win sinks in, different emotions come about. So it's something that we have to explore and kind of flush out, see if she's a real possibility or not.
All right, Dimitri.
But she was very impressive.
I watched the interview. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was with Fighter IQ, my guy Ron Goodall. He said that Big Baby Miller could possibly be on the Wilder Fury card. Is that still a possibility? And what kind of opponent are you looking for Big Baby on that card?
Well, not certain about the date of the next fight, but Jarrell's been out of the ring for over a year, so he needs to come back in the right type of way, and we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next coming days. I think that there will be something. Are we
backtracking? Is he on the card? Is he not on the card? Because you said it was a pretty good chance that he could be.
I'm not sure yet.
So what's the deal with Big Baby? Because there's been a lot of smoke, no fire. I mean, first it was he's possibly going to get a co-promotion with Top Rank. Then that kind of went cold, and now it resurfaced with you saying he might be on the undercard, and now here you are again icing that up. So when is he getting back in the ring, and what really is the holdup?
I don't believe that I said anything about him fighting on the Wilder Fury undercard.
Your exact words were that would be a good assumption. The reporter said, "Is it safe to assume Wilder Fury undercard?" And you were like, "Well, that would be a safe assumption or a good assumption." I believe is your words.
So there have been different dates and different possibilities thrown around, nothing concrete, and and hopefully we'll march together as a team in making the best possible fighting opportunity for Jarrell come to fruition.
But why nothing concrete? With the heavyweight booming, look, we all understand that he had whatever issues he had, but everyone, serves their time and then they're allowed to continue. What really is his holdup? Because Eddie is invested in heavyweights, Top Rank is invested in, obviously, PBC. How can't you get this marketable guy back on TV, at least for that one tune-up? Not saying that you can't, but why can't we get a date or at least a time frame?
You see something in the very near future.
All right, so what's up next for Clarissa? Because she sounds like she believes there's nothing available. Baracus is injured. Napoleon lost. So she kind of mentioned possibility of doing her mandatory. Is that an option? Do you think that's an option?
That is an option. If the Baracus fight is a non-reality, and I think that it's not, even though Baracus has many times in interviews expressed interest in fighting Clarissa, when we reached out to her, there was no substantial conversations on that fight happening. Clarissa has expressed interest in defending her unified middleweight world titles, and we'll talk with her in the next coming days, and I believe that may be the next step.
So what's going on? I'm sorry, I know it was 1-for-1, but it's like you got all these little gems, right? Like this has been a good year for you, last 2 years, but I feel like some of your guys aren't like Wladimir did so well. And we have no return date. He didn't suffer a cut in his eye, and the guy that got cut already has a scheduled pay-per-view fight. What's next for Oda Violin?
There'll be some big news on Oda Wylin in the coming days as well. Trying to work for the best possibility for him, and you'll hear something about him in the next coming days. He's actually in New York City now, starting to train, and we can't announce it yet, but we will in the very near future. Wlad, I believe, is one of the, it's kind of, relatively speaking, a new name in the heavyweight division, and someone who's a threat to everyone. So he's going to be back in the ring soon, in a great fight, and I believe that a world title is in the 220 is a world title year for him.
You are not releasing anything. There's going to be an announcement for Big Baby. There's going to be an announcement for Oda Violin. There's going to be an announcement for... What are we announcing today?
We're announcing today that I'm on a radio show with Nestle Goose.
Jermaine Franklin.
Baby. What we're announcing today is that we got a show box on January 17th for Wladimir Shishkin, who I believe is the best middleweight prospect contender in the world. Shorja Conor for your favorite junior welterweight, and Jericho Quinn, the best American super flyweight prospect. So I urge boxing fans and you to check that out because it's going to be a great, great show.
I want to know about Jermaine Franklin, man. Heavyweights are hot right now.
Talk to me. Did you watch? Did you see? We'll get back to Jermaine in a minute, but did you see Abdi Dazn? 19-weight knockout. He put on the undercard of Clarissa's show. Heavyweight from Russia, training with Sugar Hill at the Crom Gym. Big, strong guy, big puncher. Excited about him as well. Jermaine Franklin.
How do you pronounce his name, Dimitri?
Apti, A-P-T-I.
Okay. Yes.
Jermaine Franklin, we're planning to have him back on in the first quarter of this year. He's back in the gym training. I believe the best American heavyweight prospect. Has shown improvement in his last three fights, which were all on Showtime. And I also believe there's going to be a big year for him. 2020. We got 2020 vision, that's it.
What's next for Ergashev?
Ergashev is going to fight this Friday on Showbox. And he's been training in Detroit for the last 2.5 months. His boxing skills have really gone to the next level. Training with Sugar Hill. And I believe that he's going to put forth a very impressive performance. And after that, we'd love to make the biggest fight for him. The problem with Ergashev is that we try to make the fights with the champions, even with Josh Taylor and folks like that, and they all kind of avoid him. But Ergashev is going to get his opportunity, and I believe that he's going to shine when that happens. But the first step is for him to look exciting, as I believe he will on Friday night on Showbox.
And how likely will, I don't know how to say his name, but the guy who just fought DeMarcus Ware, how likely will he get a title shot this year? Shishkin? Oh, he dropped again? God damn it. I know he just talked about him, but he did look very...
Yeah. I'm back.
All right. Go ahead, Mike.
I was asking, I don't know how to say his name, but he just fought DeMarcus Ware on, not DeMarcus Ware, but some Ware on...
Andre Ware.
DeAndre Ware.
Yeah, DeAndre Ware. Shishkin, how likely will he get a title shot this coming up year in 2020?
Well, you know what? He's been so impressive in the gym, and he keeps getting better and better. He's only 9-0. Boxing fans will have a chance to have a look at him this Friday when he fights an undefeated contender on Showbox. I believe that he is ready, and we'll keep him busy and keep marching him up the ladder for him to be in line to fight for the world title towards the end of 2020.
Are you looking to make any more new signings to people that we should be hip to, or up and coming people that you may have an eye on that we should be having a lookout for?
I just signed Joseph and Jacob Bonus, two twin brothers from Detroit. national champions. Joseph was the outstanding fighter of the tournament when he won the National Junior Olympics some years ago. He's the link between the old Kronk and the new Kronk. One of Emmanuel Stewart's last projects. If you Google Emmanuel Stewart and Joseph Jacob Bonus, you'll see interviews where Emmanuel's praising them. Now they're trained by his nephew, Sugar Hill. So it's really a pretty awesome story. They're really good fighters, both in the podium and the undercard of the Clarissa show. Excited about them. As you guys know, it's been my plan to bring big boxing back to Detroit. So I think with Jacob, Joseph Bonus, Drew Quinn, we have a nice team and a nice set of fighters. Jermaine Franklin, to bring big boxing back to Michigan, back to Detroit. So I'm excited about those guys.
Last question: what weight classes are those two guys?
Joseph is making his way back down to junior welterweight, and Jacob is a welterweight. So junior welterweight division.
Well, Dimitri, man, I want to thank you, obviously, for your time. Thank you for putting on a fantastic event with Clarissa Shields on Friday. Having, Napoleon on the undercard, showing that you're a promoter that can do business with other promoters, because I know that's a Lou DiBella fighter, So shout out to you, man.
So thanks. We had a great experience working with Lou. And obviously, we want to make the best fight, and when the opportunity presents itself, and obviously it's all about the fighters and the boxing fans. Nestor, were you at the fight or did you watch it on TV?
TV.
Good, okay.
Definitely
Great.
part of the viewership, man. But thank you for your time once again, and hope to get this with yo, Mike. What's up?
Nigga, that ain't me, my nigga. My shit ain't go out at all. You froze and came back.
Oh, that was me. So, what I was saying?
You didn't get the answers that you wanted. You wanted a little bit more.
Yeah, man, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted to know about Jarrell and all these heavyweights he's got, man. He got the Oda Wildin, he got Jermaine Franklin, Jarrell Miller. He got Christian. Christian Hammer's not his. He got Christina Hammer though. But that dude, Dapatev. He's got even Samuel Peters, bro. He's got what other heavyweight he got? Samuel Peters. Oh, he got someone I don't even know how to pronounce. Ism. You heard of him? Izim Izabaki? I don't know. We got a 10:05 with another heavyweight, Lou DiBella heavyweight. We're going to be talking to Stephen Big Shot Shaw. You want to ask Stephen Big Shot Shaw a question? You can do that on Patreon. I didn't set up a Dimitri post because that was like me dropping the ball. I hit him up over the weekend and forgot But I'm using my calendars now, so we won't be messing up no more. You know what I mean? No more. But yeah. So we got a few minutes. We got about 10 minutes before we get to Stephen Big Shot Shaw. So we could definitely head back out to these callers and see who's rocking out with us. I'm going to go to Jermaine, and I want to believe Jermaine's a new ringer, right, Jermaine?
You definitely head back out.
Whoa, who got the feedback? What's going on? Oh, that's J-Mac, all right. Jermaine, I believe Jermaine is a new ringer. You got to unmute Jermaine. There you go.
Yo.
What's up? Are you the same Jermaine that should be a ringer?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
I be trying to call in on the Block Talk and I don't be getting through, so I downloaded Skype.
Perfect. That's the best way, man.
Yeah,
Except for today, we're going to be doing some interviews through here because Blog Talk acting funny. But yeah, man, other than that, Skype is the best way.
Yeah, see, because I was on at first and it like went down or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I had to put you guys on hold because I needed to use the line to conduct an interview with Dimitri Salita. Unfortunately, our other landline is not working at the moment. I'm going to try and reconnect with that one, though, see what's up.
Got you. I've been listening for a while. Just ain't really got through on the call side, but it's all good. You started my time right now, right? Or did I start way back there?
Nah, don't worry about it. Go for it, brother. Talk to us.
I know. So I think with the Dillian Whyte situation, I mean, it's possibly true because we got to remember that Wilder started a little late, so his skills weren't all the way together. Defense probably wasn't all the way together. But I don't think it means nothing. I think he'll sleep Vlad right now with relative ease. You know what I mean? And Dillian Whyte just, it's probably his attempt to distract Wilder. He should want Wilder to win so he can fight Wilder. You know what I mean? But he gonna go to sleep anyway. It don't even matter, to be honest. Wilder's skill is improving. His skill is overshadowed by his power. His speed is overshadowed by his power. And everything that he's doing is just overshadowed by his power. It's like the Mike Tyson effect. When Tyson had, a tremendous amount of skill anyway, but it was just overshadowed by the power. Power is what people see. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with Wilder right now. But when I got cut off, I wasn't able to jump back on, so I didn't even catch the interview with the promoter or whatnot. What else happened that I could touch on?
Man, but
I mean, nothing really. I mean, Salita was kind of close to the chest about Big Baby next fight, and him not wanting Clarissa Shields to fight in Mexico. He feel like that fight could be better in Detroit or like one around like that area.
I mean, for sure. I mean, she the champ. She don't need to go nowhere anyway. She needs to fight wherever she want to fight at. On her,
She said she wanted to go to Cancun, and I don't think she said it because she think it's more money out there. I think she said it because she said what she said. She said she like beating people in their backyard. You know what I mean? It looks like Blog Talk is back. We're gonna go to the Ring of Rail. What up?
Yo, good morning, Nesh. I just want to say this nigga Dillian Whyte is such a cloud chaser, bro. Like, for you to even bring up sparring, like every athlete, every boxer know that sparring stays in the gym. Like, you want to bring up some old shit and say you got knocked out by Klitschko. Come on, we ain't worried about that shit. We know damn well Wilder ice his ass. I mean, it's been days where Floyd Mayweather had bad days in the gym. Every boxer, you know what I'm saying? But they don't bring that shit under the light fight night. So for you to bring up
Blog Talk did again.
That must have been Blog Talk killed them, bro. I don't know why what's up with them.
They probably ain't update that shit in a second.
Damn, that's so whack, man.
But yeah, man, we all know, like you said, man, fighters have bad days in the gym. Not saying that Dillian Whyte has any validity to what he said, but we all heard it, you know what I'm saying? Fighters have bad days in the gym, so it is what it is, man. That sparring shit don't matter. Like, under the bright lights, the man is undefeated. It's Dillian Whyte. Did my nigga freeze on me?
Nah, I'm a live dog. It's just I'm getting all these messages now. I'll be texting people all times of night. Let's see here.
Got about 5 minutes.
I know. I'm actually looking for his number.
Don't forget, if you're listening right now on YouTube, take a second out and smash that thumbs up button. We have not UK, but Lou DiBella heavyweight coming on. Stephen Shaw, you know what I'm saying? He's 13-0 with 10 knockouts. Coming up in the ranks, ranked number 82 in the world, I believe number 19 in the United States. So, Stephen, big shot, Shaw, man. We're going to talk to him, pick his brain about this heavyweight division and what's on the rise for him.
Let's go to some callers, man. We got Dom in Seattle. Talk to me, Boomerang.
Mr. PBC, baby. Boxingvoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my shit. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Dom,
yo, Skype is acting up, like for real. And
it's not acting up. It's not acting up. We did an interview, so we couldn't take any callers, and we're gonna.
I know that, but mine was freezing up multiple times.
Oh,
not during your call though.
Okay.
So the deal, that news is hell old. I think that was back when like before he fought Gerald Washington or something, like they started bringing up that news and stuff like that. That news is hella old. You know, him bringing it up ain't really doing that. He's just trying to cloud chase. You know, he's doing his little press tour. I don't know shit. So who knows? But he got a loss on his record too. So, and his intern belt ain't really ain't the second version of the WBC belt. Come on now. He's just cloud chasing like a mug. That's what them UK niggas do. You know, they ain't got shit to do over there. They're just trying to get some attention. You know, since he's about to fight a 40-year-old, same age almost as Luis Ortiz. So that's my call.
All right. Let's see if he's right. If it's Skype or is it his Skype in Seattle? Because you know it's always raining. J Mac, New Orleans, talk to me.
J Mac.
Yeah, what up? Y'all hear me good?
We hear you good.
Alright, I've been in and out because I'm driving. I'm taking this weird ass route this morning. But we did a vote on who the biggest clown out of Big Baby Gerald Miller and Dillian Whyte. And I picked Gerald Miller, but I definitely stand corrected with shit like this. This dude's still talking about sparring and shit that happened years ago. And on the biggest stage of his life, he got his ass knocked out and stopped. And in Wilder's biggest fights, we seen how those went down. So this definitely clown actions again coming from Dillian Whyte camp. To do this, you call when in the dictionary where ass clown, right, they got his face right by it. Dude, just this all the type of shit he do. This how he put himself out there. This how he keep his name out there. He just lucky he got a.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Majid, Florida, Cincinnati.
What up? What up?
What up, Chad?
Shit, man. Start off, tell everybody to like the video and stop hating that, giving y'all that respect. And, shit, to be honest with you, I ain't even read nothing except Dillian Whyte talking shit again. He clout chasing. He lost against AJ. He talking about people getting fucking knocked out and training and shit. That was training. He need to worry about himself and keep busy. Deontay Wilder booked up, and it is what it is. UK need to stop hating and supporting that bullshit. They know USA where it's at. That's all I got.
All right, Majid, man. Thanks for calling in. We're going to go to Steve Ringer. Talk to me, Chicago.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
All good. Good morning.
Yeah, Dillian Whyte, you know, when you who did he just fought? That Walk guy, and he didn't even look that good. Like, to me, he's just acting like a bitch. That's what they do over there. They just act like a bunch of bitches. To me, that's my opinion. But hey, I wanted to ask you something. You made a comment yesterday, and since you had Shields as manager here today, do you believe that Showtime has a bigger boxing audience than Dazn?
It's difficult to say, right? We at least know that Showtime could get 1 million when they got Deontay Wilder on. They've gotten at least 705 with Gervonta Davis on his last affair. We've seen them consistently get 600. You know, we are not given the numbers to Dazn. They just said 600,000 U.S. viewers watch Canelo Jacobs, and then just said another whatever, maybe 6 to 8, I think, Mike. I don't remember the exact number, but stick with 600,000.
They got 800,000 paid subscribers.
Yeah, so, you know, they're just starting to do numbers, which is good. I'm not mad at them. You know, I want them to succeed, bro. I want them all to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you made a comment that, like, the fight being on Dazn, yes, with that Mexican girl. That
yeah. I said I hope people watched it, absolutely, because this isn't Canelo and AJ that make 600 to 800 people come watch it. This was Franchon Cruz, Alejandra Jimenez, who no one knew. I didn't know Jimenez. That is your time. I didn't know Jimenez. We knew Dazn, but how many people watch Dazn? You know what I mean? So yeah, I was saying it like I hope that it got watched by a lot of people for the sake of the women, not taking a shot at the network at all. You know. Let's see. We got. Yes. Well, I've been hitting him up. Oh yeah, he's ready. He's ready.
All right, see, you know what I'm saying? Everybody need a good motherfucking co-pilot.
Man, I wish we had a good fucking blog talk. Some bullshit, bro. I hate that.
Hey man, that's why we got the bat line. You know what I'm saying? You and this guy want a phone number too. So, man, I think you're probably right when you hoping that people go to the zone, because that fight was a very entertaining fight. I think with the social media frenzy that been going on, maybe some people have went out and I'm saying actually watched the fight in totality, and I think it's a good fight to watch. Really put women's boxing in a good place over the past weekend with all three fights, not just that one. I think women have a big future in the sport of boxing if we can keep getting fights like those we got Friday night and Saturday night.
Let me interrupt for 1 second, then give it back to you while I go get Stephen Shaw. I just want to tell all my Skype listeners I'm going to have to put you on mute. Blog Talk's down, so we got to use the bat line for this interview. And we want to keep bringing you guys interviews. Definitely going to have Tony Harrison on Thursday, so I think we're going to have to bump Teixeira off of Thursday. I mean, because, like, he's Spanish only, so we was going to have to translate, you know what I mean? He's Brazilian. So maybe we bump him up to, like, the 45 slot or the 8 o'clock slot and do Harrison at 7:30 Thursday. So, Skype, I hope you're listening. We will be back to you. You know what I mean? We just got to use that bat line to get on with the man of the hour. So, yeah. Mike.
Yeah, man, big ups to everybody out there in the chat, you know what I'm saying, who's joining the stream today. I will give y'all a shout out, you know what I'm saying, my regulars out there. Picture listening to Nino Brown, you know what I'm saying, Ezra, big ups to you. CYP, Kenello, you know what I'm saying, J Hardcore, Bob Jones, STUK Boxing, you know what I'm saying, big ups to you too, bro. I see you out there in a while, out there a lot. Teixeira, man, I like Teixeira, man. He's a good fighter, but hey, when Tony Harrison, you know what I'm saying, can bless the mic, you always want him on. But Stephen Shaw, man, I'm ready to hear from this guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I really don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? Haven't really been able to like catch one of his fights because I've been on UFC Fight Pass. But from what Lou DiBella says, you know what I'm saying, he is one of those guys that's gonna be a player later on in this division.
All right, Mike, we're back and we are live with Stephen Big Shot Shaw. Mr. Shaw, how are you? Good morning. Happy New Year. And thank you for taking the time out to come on the show, talk to the Boxing Voice, and just let the public know a little bit more about yourself and what's going on with you, man.
Yes, sir. Stephen Shaw. Stephen Big Shot Shaw, 13-0, 10 knockouts, 27-year-old. Undefeated heavyweight prospect, soon to be contender from St. Louis, Missouri. Just ready. Just doing my thing. It's been a process. But it's what I signed up for, and God is great, so I can't complain.
So you from the Show Me State, you know what I'm saying? So how was being from Missouri? How did you get the connection or hook up with Lou DiBella?
With Lou DiBella, through my manager, Dave McWaters. I'm signed. I'm one of the premier fighters under the Split T Management banner. He made that business move happen for me. So I credit that to my manager. And Lou was interested, and we've been rocking ever since. And it's been great.
Man, that's been one of the good moves for you, man, because, we got a chance to meet you early at one of your visits to the Deontay Wilder camp.
Yeah.
But Lou has been having you busy. I've been able to watch your fights on the UFC Fight
boxing.
Pass, and he's
Yeah.
keeping you busy, man. What do you think about the activity, and how has that been?
Oh well, it's been great. Being with Lou. Lou always knew how to move young guys. From when he, from when he started, HBO boxing after dark. You know what I mean? He's always seen the vision. Always seen the vision of the future in boxing and the future. I remember being a little kid, and I remember he signed all the Olympians, all the 2000 games, and took Bernard Hopkins with him. Got him out that contract with Don King. So Lou always pretty much knew how to move guys and make guys into something. Like I say, I'm proud to say, I'm still here, undefeated, and it's only going to get better. It's still the beginning. 27 years old as a heavyweight, that's relatively still young. So like I say, it's still the beginning. You guys are just really getting a glimpse of what I can do. And like I say, this is the beginning of a long, illustrious career, man.
How long have you been boxing? Like what age did you pick up the craft?
Well, I've been around boxing since the age of 3 years old, man. Since I was born, pretty much. Boxing is a hereditary sport in my family. My grandfather, Winston Buddy Shaw, he's mentored some of the most world-renowned coaches in America of this generation. You know what I'm saying? He was good friends with Emmanuel Stewart. He was the one he introduced me to Emmanuel. He had guys from St. Louis, Missouri, to become fighters under the Kronk banner. He made multiple national champions on the amateur level, and he passed it down to my father, and my father passed it down to me. And like I said, I've been around boxing all my life, but I actually started training for boxing and to fight was when I was 7 years old, and I had my first fight at 9 years old. So, I've been doing my thing, got a third round knockout, so it's been a big shot every since.
Looking at your development, what would you say is your biggest asset? Like for those who haven't seen you, what would you say? Man, that right there is what I hang my hat on.
Yo, you hear us, Mr. Shaw? Big shot. Mr. Shaw? Definitely dropped him. Hold on.
That damn man, I don't know what's going on with this guy, man. Maybe he need an update or something. But yeah, man, boxing since 3 years old, been around it, man. That like I always say, man, that kind of shit in boxing means a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you
Mr. Shaw, are you there?
Like I always say, man, that start from that early age, man, kind of gives you a more of a advantage over some guys who started late because of the whole just knowing how to do it from such a young age. It becomes muscle memory.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
My bad,
yeah.
man. Sorry about that connection. I was going to ask you, what do you think your best asset is in the ring? Like for people who haven't seen you fight before, what should they be looking for from Stephen Shaw?
Well, my best asset is pretty much my.
Mr. Shaw. Oh man, well I think we lost him again, man. Damn, man. Wanted to hear that answer, you know what I'm saying, man. Big ups to him, man. I don't know what's going on today, man. It's show business, y'all know how it is, man. Sometimes fucking weather or the company, you know what I'm saying, whoever giving y'all the stuff. Sometimes we have delays, but we'll get him back on, you know what I'm saying. Try to get this interview back, and yeah. When they pointed at me like you had somebody on the line for me. He said, yo, I can't. But yeah, man.
I'm a acting fighter. I try to be smart.
Absolutely. So what do you think is next for you in 2020? Like how fast do you want to, know what I'm saying, get your name into like being a challenger for a world title, or like get into like a eliminator? Do you think that's still kind of far away?
Well, we just still building. You know, I'm only 13-0. I'll say a good 4 or 5 more fights. I'll say my name will start be. I'll say my name will start be mentioning up there in the top 10, top 15. And then eventually the top 5, and
I mean, Mr.
whatever,
Shaw, the way you've been
then,
going, 4 or 5 more fights might be the next 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You've been busy now.
He said like next 3 weeks, yeah, you know. And that's the thing, you know. That's the plans, you know. 2020 want to be a busy year, so just so it could be a busy year, you know, so we can slide into something and opportunities can abrupt, you know, and you know. And I'll just be ready for whatever, man, you know, get ranked and all that. Just keep building my stock with each fight, like I say. Just keep building my stock with each fight. You know what I mean? Go out there and do what I'm supposed to do. Keep going to camp. Keep getting in the best shape that I could possibly get in. Keep improving, and, you know, and keep building, man, you know. And it's going to be great.
Mr. Shaw, I got some questions from the public. We got one coming from L Dog in New Zealand that says, out of what I refer to as the Big Six, Hrgovic, Dubois, Yoka, Ajagba, Joyce, and Daicho, who do you believe is the best and why? For me, it's Philip Hrgovic, Yoka behind him. Keep doing your thing, champ. So you have to be well-versed in the heavyweight division. Do you know Hrgovic, Dubois, Tony Yoka?
Yeah, yes. Trust me, I pay attention to all those guys, man. You know, out of all those guys, the best one. I mean, you got to give, you know, all those guys. You know, they bring something to the table. They all big guys. You know, nice, big, strong guys. You know, the boys, he's strong, big, strong, young kid. Hrgovic, you know, he's like my age. You know, he's solid. You know what I mean? Olympic bronze medalist, Yoka, Olympic gold medalist, Dazn, Olympic bronze medalist, Ajagba, puncher out of Nigeria. You know, but the guy with the most skills, I say, out of all those guys, I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I really don't know. You know, I give my hat up to all those guys. You know, but when the time comes to face any of those guys, I feel like I can defeat them all.
Wow, that's serious. Okay, you think you could take them all? So we got another.
I'm supposed to think like that.
No, for sure.
I'm supposed to think like that. I don't never supposed to think nobody could beat me. You know, like I say, all those guys, you know, they're credible. You know, I feel like I would have been in that class. You know, I feel like I would have been an Olympian in 2016. You know, but you know, opportunity to turn pro. You know, I came at, you know, at 21 years old. You know, and I took it. So, but I feel like when the time comes, I'm gonna defeat all those guys or whoever they put in front of me.
For sure. All right, we got another one coming from Mad Bent who says, "Why haven't we seen you on TV yet?"
You gotta ask the powers that be to hold all the slots to the TV. You know, I had one TV fight when I was with Al Heyman and PBC. You know, I had a good fight. You know, boxed the guy head off. You know, I think, you know, TV, you know, they want knockouts and stuff, and I'm giving people knockouts. So I feel 2020, you know, people will see me. And then now, you know, nowadays, you know, you don't really get to see boxing really on TV now. It's really just everything is streaming. You know what I mean? We could say Canelo is the pound for pound fighter in the world, and he doesn't really fight on TV. He fights on streaming networks. You know, that can be your phone, that can be your laptop. You know what I mean? So it's nothing really. If you guys get what I mean.
Nah, definitely understand the streaming apps all the wave. Go ahead, Mike.
I want to know, like, what's the best bit of advice that you've gotten outside of the boxing ring? You know what I'm saying? Like, just from like maybe former boxers or like current boxers or like former trainers or like current trainers.
Just the biggest advice, man. Just the typical work hard, man. Work hard, stay humble. Stay focused. Even when you make it to a certain level in boxing, so always stay grounded and remember where you came from, and that can be your determining factor to make you keep working hard. If you remember where you come from, and remember when you didn't have the finer things of life, or when you wasn't in a situation when your life was so when it was easy, it seems easy. Just remember those hard times, so you can keep being motivated and keep working hard. And and like I say, stay grounded. I have a wife. I have two sons. My father instilled a lot of good morals and principles in me. My mother, so I was pretty much raised right, man. So I take my hat off to my parents. So, yeah, man.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you train with Andy Ruiz for his last upcoming fight? How was that training camp like? And did you see anything in that training camp that made you like give you reason cause to pause?
You said they gave me a reason to do what?
Like cause to pause, like say, damn, Andy might not be able to get the job done against AJ this time.
I was originally supposed to be in camp with Andy for 3 weeks, but for some reason they cut it short to 2 weeks. And they say he had caught gout in his foot or something like that, and we didn't end up sparring. And they brought in Rafael Zambano, and then I didn't go home. I didn't go home to St. Louis.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hey, they told you my man caught gout in his foot?
Yeah, we were supposed to spar on the last day, and
I thought gout was like
80
or 85.
Yeah, I don't know. They said he caught gout in his foot, and he couldn't spar that day. So me and my father, we went through our whole little sparring session. Me and my father, not sparring session. Me and my father, we went through our whole little training session, where we hit the pads, we went through our whole little workout regimen, and the other sparring partner that had just came in, the guy with the 17 losses, he came in and he was training too. And then me and my dad, we were about to leave, and they told the other sparring partner to get out the car, and they just told me that was my last day. They said he had caught gout in his foot or something. But I was boxing Andy, man. I was boxing Andy good, man. Andy's strong. You know what I'm saying? I boxed Andy when I was 20 years old. Right after I won the national championships. And it was a difference. I wasn't a full grown man when I was 20 then. You know what I mean? Like now, like I can handle the the onslaught of the punches and just the know-how, because I've been in there with multiple guys, and just being a seasoned professional myself, I work good with Andy. But yeah, they told me to go home a week early.
So we got some more questions from the public, but I want to get your thoughts. Our main topic today, we're discussing Dillian Whyte's thoughts. He took to Sky Sports and did an interview where he said he witnessed Deontay Wilder get knocked out in sparring, and he was twitching on the floor. The only reason I'm even bringing it up to you is because you've sparred Deontay Wilder. You've been in plenty of camps. Can you imagine him being knocked out and twitching on the floor by Wladimir Klitschko?
Could I imagine that?
Yeah, because
anything can happen. Anything, trust me, bro. Let me tell y'all, anything can happen in sparring. But, anything can happen in sparring, Y'all know how boxing goes. Anything can happen in sparring. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying that it happened, but That's a rumor that they saying that's what happened.
That's what Whyte's saying. White said he seen it himself. He said, "Man, I walked in the camp and Wlad was knocking people out. He broke Sam Sexton's nose. Then next thing you know, he knocked out Wilder, and I seen him twitching." I'm like, man, I think he clout chasing, bro. I think
you know, Dillian Whyte, he be feeling some type of way about Deontay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how true that is. And Dillian Whyte, he like to run his mouth about Deontay and do all that good stuff. So I don't really know how true it is, but hey.
Yeah, man. My thing is, I know he clout chasing because if it did happen, it happened when Wlad was popping like 10 years ago, bro. Like, why are you talking about that shit today? But anyway.
Exactly. What he was doing to you then?
No, he said he beat him up so bad they kicked him out. He got sent home.
He had beat up Klitschko so bad.
Yeah, he roughed him up. So they sent him home. I got another question from the public. CYP in California says, "Is Anthony Joshua a legend?"
No, not yet. No.
Okay.
My dog.
Do you foresee him being a legend though?
I mean, yeah. Already to the level, let's look at his credential. A 2-time heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist, so the credentials are lining up. I mean, that's fair, but not yet. That ain't stamped yet.
For sure.
Because he could lose his next 10 fights. He could lose his next 10 fights and be like, man, you remember how good that guy Joshua was?
That is true. How shocked were you when you seen the rematch? Did you think Andy was gonna lose the second time after winning so easily the first time? I mean, it wasn't easy, but he did kick his butt.
You can't say it was easy because like after that third round, it was Andy. You know what I mean? So, but I think Andy's motivation was different. Andy was fighting for something more when he wasn't champion. You know what I mean? And now that he's champion, a certain amount of complacency came over Andy. He said it. Everybody seen it. You seen all the luxury cars that he was driving, and you saw the upgrade. It happened, and you know what I mean.
But Big Shot.
He leaned. And I can say this. He leaned on that, as an excuse. But go ahead. What you like to say, bro?
I'm just gonna say it can't be me, but that's why God ain't make me no fighter. There's no way I beat Anthony Joshua, and then
real talk though.
And then I'm not motivated to continue to be the fucking
to stay
champ.
On top and rule the whole division.
Exactly. I don't understand that excuse. Like how he lost focus.
Listen, man,
it's so much more.
I saw it in camp, man. Like I say, man, gout and all that, and then look at the weigh-ins. We saw Joshua came in 237. Joshua came in lean, and he came in heavier, and he had more time to be prepared for this fight. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a hell of an incentive to have to stay on top and to rule the heavyweight division when you beat the so-called darling of the heavyweight division, and the fashion you beat him in. That would have made me prepared, to rule as king, But it's coming.
Yeah, man. So we got another one coming from Dominic, a.k.a. Mr. PBC, who says, who's the fight you truly want to make you a legend?
The fight to make me a legend? Anthony Joshua. That's the fight I want to make me a legend. Absolutely.
What do you see in him? What do you see in him that you think you can beat? Like what have you seen that you can take advantage of?
Well, what I feel is he can't deal with a guy that throws good combinations. Andy threw good combinations, but in our reality, Andy's really too. The demographic of Andy, he's too small for Anthony Joshua. in all reality, if Andy was at least 6'4", 6'5", he would have been able to touch Joshua a lot easier in this second fight. You know, with him boxing, with Joshua sticking and moving and boxing. Don't get me wrong, you know, with those guys at the top like Anthony Joshua, Deontay, you gotta go through some shit, you know what I'm saying, to touch those guys. But, you know, I feel like, you know, me being around boxing for all of my life, you know, it's certain things that these guys don't know how to do that I do just naturally. I have the muscle memory that's just been embedded in me. And y'all will see, they give me those opportunities, it'll show, you know. Like I say, right now, I'm at the point of my career where I'm not even with my trainer 24/7. My trainer lives in San Diego, California, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. Only time I'll be with my trainer is when I'm in camp for my fight. Other than that, I'm pretty much training myself and training with my father, but he's a 9-to-5 man that has to work and provide for his household and my mom. You know, I ain't made it yet. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm telling y'all is I'm getting it out the mud. And if I start training on these world-class elite levels like these dudes got programs behind them and all this and that, like, y'all would have been heard about Stephen Big Shot Shaw.
Well, I'm glad I met you early on, man. That's why we stay connected, man. I do want to ask, have they invited you back for this Wilder camp, or have you put in the request?
Oh, yeah. You know, all that above, bro. You know, me and Deontay, you know, we formed a relationship. You know, Jay, you know, Coach Cuz, you know, all those guys down there. You know, I call Tuscaloosa my third home away from home. You know what I mean? I'm going down there next Sunday. Well, actually, yeah, this Sunday that's coming up. So I'm going down there, and this will be, 3 years, going on 3 years being in the Wilder camp. So it ain't doing nothing but improving me, improving Deontay, improving me. You know, it's been beautiful for real.
How long are you down there?
They usually have me go down there just a week. You know, it was only one other time they invited me down there. They invited me down there 1 week, and then I came back down there the next week. You know, the Gerald Washington fight. I came down there, and that's when I did the interview with you, Nestor.
Yep.
With my father. You know what I mean? And then they flew me back out there with my coach Bashir, but that was the last time they did that. So I only go down there and give Deontay a good week, but they appreciate it, and we, you know, it'd be good work, man. You know, it'd be good quality work against two thunders. You know what I mean? You know, he the bronze bomber and I'm Big Shot. You know, and it'd be definitely big shots being thrown in there, and it'd be technical boxing, smart. You know what I mean? Not being stupid. You know, but we throwing. You know what I mean? I done seen Deontay clip guys. You know what I mean? And I ain't throwing soft at him, so, you know, it's great work, man.
All right, we got another question coming from Rel in New Mexico that says, are you ready for top contenders? And if so, who is the fight that gives you recognition?
The fight that gives me recognition. I feel like I'm approaching the top 10 contender status. You know what I mean? I just was mentioned in the top 25 prospects on Dan Raphael's ESPN.com list. So I feel like I'm approaching that top contender list. And I don't know, man, any of those guys, you know. I love a fight with, you know, Gerald Washington, Dominic Brazil, any of those guys, you know what I mean, to break me into the top 10. You know what I'm saying? Fight whoever. I'll be ready for all those guys.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I got a question for him. When you're training and like when you're working out, when you're in the locker room before a big fight, like what is in your headphones? Like what are you thumping to?
Oh man, you know, I'm a young guy. You know, I'm relatively young. You know, but I was born under that split. You know, in the early '90s, where I could catch that good. You know, still catch that good '90s hip hop. So, you know, I listen to some Biggie, some Pac. You know, I listen to some Future, some Gunna, the new rapper Gunna. Listen to some Young Thug. I listen to some Hood Rich, Pablo Wine. I listen to a whole array of music. So, I got a different variety of music. I could turn on some reggae. I could turn on some rock, some Led Zeppelin. I could turn on a whole bunch of music, man.
Already sound good.
All right, we got one more coming from Rue in the 504 that says, "What's next up for you after your last win?"
We looking to just capitalize off the momentum. Moving to a fight where our fighter, a tested fighter, that's been around the blocks. You know how they do those young becoming prospects and contenders. I just leave that good old stuff up to my team. We decipher and delegate, and handle our business, and I'll go prepare myself, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Keep God first, God, body. Take care of my children, going there with my children, my wife, and my mom, and my dad, and my heart. And go out there and be prepared for war and come out victorious and reign supreme. A good fight with a tested veteran.
A veteran like what? Amir Mansour? You think that's good, or is he too far out of his prime?
Leave that old man alone, man. Y'all ain't about to kill
He said, "Leave the old man alone."
Man, leave my man Amir alone.
Bro, that's the way of boxing, bro. That's
the last time we seen Amir.
Yeah. But in our reality, to throw a name out there for you guys, like what's the guy name? My manager was talking about. He's a Puerto Rican guy by the name of Victor Bisbal. A fighter like Victor Bisbal, 13-0. That'll be good. That'll be good for me. Coming up. You know what I'm saying? A fight like that. Something like that along those lines, or a opponent like that.
Well, you took a big step up in the Gregory Corbin win, and you got him out of there in 3 rounds, man. So that was impressive.
They should have stopped it in the first round. Hegovich put him down with a right hand, and he got up, and the right hand I hit him with was way harder. And if you look back at the replay of that fight, it was on YouTube. They took it down, but if you look back at the replay of that fight, the ring doctor was stopping the fight in the first round, but the referee didn't see it. But that was a nice win for me, man. The Donovan Dennis win was a good win for me.
Yeah, I like that win too.
Yeah.
Common opponent with Big Baby.
Yeah.
He boxed in the Bucksino tournament a couple years back.
Yeah.
Those are good
names.
I
took him out in 3 rounds. And I took him out in 3 rounds too. Big Baby took him out in 7. Charles Martin couldn't get Charles Martin couldn't get Greg Corbin out of there, and he's a former world champion. Hegovich, Olympic bronze medalist. Only person he left supersized those guys was me. In way better fashion.
I love the confidence, man. And I love that you was active this year. Well, 2019. Do you have any projected time frame for the comeback for this year? Because it's 2020 already.
I'll be fighting again probably March. By March, for this first quarter. I want to fight each quarter of the year. So that's at least 4 times. And then happen to get another knockout within those first 3 rounds. We can slide another one in there to make it 5 fights this year. Coming in at 18-0, ready for whoever 2021. So that's how we playing it.
Yo, I watched that Joel Cato fight too, though. He gave a little bit of trouble, just a little bit.
Listen, man.
Listen, bro. He was a little fat dude that could move, though. He could move, and he took some shots. He took some shots.
Yes, bro. He took some shots. And then you got to realize, I was coming off a long layoff. I was going through the managerial switch from PBC to Dave McWaters, trying to get signed to a promotional company. So I didn't know what my boxing career was coming into. You know what I'm saying? 2017 was a real rough year for me. You know what I mean? And but going into that 2018, my first fight, when I fought Joel Cardell, man, it's just the ring rust. And then I fought a tough guy, you know what I'm saying, coming off of almost a year and a half layoff, you know, to fight a guy 7-1. You know, the only person he had lost to before that was Joe Hanks, and he was 21-2. You know, and Joel Cardell, you know, he's tough, man. You see when he fought Cassius Chaney.
I seen it.
Listen, man, the reason why he fell out of that ring with Cassius Chaney because of his will. He still was trying to fight, but the dude was too hurt and he didn't know where he was going. But if I would have fought Joel Cardell as an active fighter, and you know, and I would have stopped him.
Bruh, but you're right on the cusp, man. BoxRec has you at 82. There's a lot of good names right in front of you. Somebody you know from camp, Roberto Alfonso, JD's fighter, sparring partner with Wilder. I mean, there's a lot of names right there. We just seen Zhulao Zhang.
And then
I'm sorry. I just want to ask, what did you think of the Chinese heavyweight Zhulao Zhang on Dazn? He fought. I think he fought Rudenenko, right, Mike?
I'm sorry, I ain't even pay attention to that fight.
Okay.
I ain't even pay attention to that fight. When was that fight? I don't even know.
Couple weeks ago. He fought. He fought. Andre Rudenenko. He's that very tall 6'6" Chinese heavyweight Zhulao Zhang. Southpaw.
Is he the Southpaw? The Olympian?
Yeah.
Southpaw. Okay, yeah.
He just getting old though. He's getting old, man. He gotta hurry up.
He's decent. And you know, I don't know, man. Those guys decent, man. I feel like I can beat him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can beat him and all those guys, man. I'm not gonna say no man can beat me. And once I get in the ring with you, I ain't gonna say what I can do to you because it's a difference. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It's a difference looking outside and then when you get in there with somebody. You say you can get away from that shot, but can you? All you got to do, get in that ring and make the proper adjustments. That's all it is. You see, you size your opponent up. You see what he got. And if you believe in yourself and you got that shit, you know, you drop that shit on them.
Bruh.
That's all it
is. Right now at this level, are you looking for a name or are you looking for that person's ranking?
Man, you say am I looking for a name or somebody's ranking?
Yes. Because you see, I tried to throw you a name, right? Let me give you an example. I tried to throw you a name in Amir Mansour that I feel like if you get him on your BoxRec, which I got to give you credit for Jonathan Rice too. You beat Jonathan Rice, which he was able to bounce back.
Early in my career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was like, man. To be honest, man, that's what I'm saying. That was my last fight. You say hats off to me for fighting Jonathan Rice. That was early in my career. Man, Sam Watson told me that was my last. When I was with PBC, that was my last fight. He like, man, it's your last bum. But man, you know that's old. You know what I mean? But that dude the rugged. You know,
Wait. You said Sam Watson told you this your last bum?
When I fought Johnny Rice when I was only 6-0.
But damn, at 6-0, what he mean? What happened to development? So what they was about to throw you in with next? If that's your last bum, who was?
You don't remember what I told you, man? After I fought Jonathan Rice, man, they tried to get me a fight with Adam Kalinacki.
What the fuck at 6-0?
Man,
I ain't remember that.
I was like 7-0, 8-0. It was after my Jonathan Rice fight.
Wow.
Yeah, they was
they at least offering you some good money for that?
They didn't even put the price tag on his head when they came with the name. You would think they came with the price tag on his head.
And just one name. They wasn't like, yo, Adam, Brazil, or this one. It was just like, yo, all we got is Adam.
They just, I don't, Nestor, man, I ain't know what that was, man. Like, I ain't know what that was, man. They just sent the name.
Listen, you did what you had to do, and you got out of that situation, man. You sometimes at that stage of your career, you need to be nurtured, man. We was talking about how Top Rank knows how to nurture their fighters, and that's why I'm asking you. Brings me back to my question: are you looking for the ranking, or are you looking for the name?
Well, I'm looking for both. To be honest, man, I'm looking for anything that can help Stephen Big Shot Shaw stop. First of all, the first thing that's just gonna help is just by winning and just by keeping that perfect record. You know, because whatever look good on paper in this today's society, we want instant gratitude. We don't even care how true you are. We just see your name in the record, and you know how it goes, man. See your name in the record. Oh, he's good. You know, this guy can't even fight. Like, there's certain guys that's ranked, and you ain't even heard of them. But that's here enough. That's here enough. You know, but just looking for a quality name, like you say, like a veteran, veteran journeyman type guy.
So that's what I'm saying. So Amir Mansour, Samuel Peters. The reason I say Samuel Peters is because he was Salida, you know, and you with the Bella. That should be easy to make, and that'll bump you all the way to 71, you know, on BoxRec. You know what I mean? I mean, it ain't gonna put you in the top 15, but it's still gonna move you. And a guy like Junior Fa, who's an undefeated prospect, he's only at number 59, right? So you right there is all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. I'm definitely right there on the brink of being right there with all those guys, you know what I'm saying? But like you say, like a good quality veteran name, you know what I'm saying? Like Amir Mansour.
He ranked 65, man. I'll take that name. He ranked 65, Amir Mansour. That's a big jump.
Yeah, man, Amir Mansour. And then you got to realize, you know, Amir Mansour, he done fought a lot of, you know, contenders and fought a couple guys, you know what I mean? So that's why he probably still there, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, some other young prospect, but anybody like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for anybody like that, you know. And like I say, we're going to delegate it over with the business people, and, you know, we're going to handle it and, you know, handle it the proper procedure way.
Well, Mr. Shaw, we got one last one coming in from Stainless. Actually, two. Stainless in Detroit says, are you coming to the TBV appreciation party in May in DR?
Nah, man. I'm not. Nah, man. I'm probably going on vacation with my wife and my children, man. Probably take my wife and my children on vacation some in May. You know, I'm a family guy, man. I don't really do too much, man, but be with my wife and my children. That's what I devote my time to. You know, that's why I say it's bigger than me. You know, this is what I do it for. You know, my family. So that's what I'll be doing probably.
All right. Last one is from Nelson in New York, I believe. Definitely by way of DR. Says, since you've been in the ring in sparring sessions with Wilder, is Wilder the best heavyweight of all time in your eyes?
No. Ooh. Not at all. Of all time. Deontay, listen, man. Deontay's a puncher. You can say he's the hardest puncher of all time. You can say that. But, like, what's greatest of all time? Like, what's greatest of all time? What's the qualities or the standards or the qualifications for somebody to be a GOAT?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What would make you the best heavyweight of all time is, I guess, beating every possible threat or contender of your generation. Kind of the way Wlad did, right? Wlad dominated for 12 years. You know, he dominated so much we called the heavyweight division boring. You know what I mean? But that was because he dominated.
But Yeah, he did. He did dominate. But if you look at it, how many? What it was only what? What?
Nah,
One heavy?
people
How
like
many
to say, yo,
significant
listen,
American heavyweights?
people like to
You know
say
what I mean?
that, but all those names that Vlad beat, all of y'all fighting them right now. Like the Manuel Charles of the world, people still fighting. You know, Derek Chisora's, David Hayes. You know, Tony Bellew
Yeah.
had 2 fights with Hayes. Like Vlad's resume
What's the
is
name?
everyone's else resume.
Povetkin.
Povetkin,
Povetkin.
yeah, they all
Yeah.
out there. He's
I
fought
mean,
all
yeah.
those
I mean,
dudes.
don't get me wrong now. You know, you got to put. I mean, Wlad. You know, Wlad and his brother. I thought Vitaly was the better skill. You know what I mean? I thought. You know, skill for skill. I thought Vitaly was the better one. You know, technical. Well, he only went to decision with what, 2 people. He knocked out everybody, but 2 people, and the 2 losses he had to Chris Bird and Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? You know, greatest of all time, man. You know, you got to give that to Muhammad Ali, man. Muhammad Ali is the greatest, man. You know,
What does one
the
have to
greatest.
do to surpass Ali in your eyes?
You gotta cultivate. You gotta cultivate sports and entertainment. You know, Ali is the reason why guys get $1 million paydays, man.
Ali or Floyd?
If it wasn't for Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali was the first fighter that ever got $1 million first.
You know what I'm saying? When nobody out here
Talking like how he
Ali
talked.
was talking when he came out, and all these
Exactly.
guys
He was
off that, and they
unapologetic.
grew.
He was unapologetic. He was spiritual. He was real. I mean, and then that's just outside of boxing. And then just like inside boxing, you know, speed, you know, his deceptive power, you know, nobody was fighting like Ali weighing over 200 pounds. You know what I mean? I love Muhammad Ali. Everything he stood for.
All right, well, Mr. Shaw,
But
man.
Deontay,
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just saying, but my boy D, he on his way. You know what I'm saying? He he on his way. He's building his own legacy. He's building his own legacy. And hey, man, and he told me, he told me and my father, that we ain't gonna never fight. He told me we ain't gonna never fight. If they throw $100 million his way, you know what I'm saying, we'll probably get it on. But we know a lot about each other. I know a lot about D. I done work with D real good, in every aspect of good.
Bet, man. Well, I want to thank you, obviously, for giving us an opportunity. Talk to you, man, putting you out there, talk a little bit more about you. Really happy for your situation. Very happy that
Hello?
Yeah, you don't hear me?
I got lost again.
We hear you. That's strange.
Yo, can you hear us? No, I guess not. Well, man, Stephen, big shout, man. Great interview, man. Thank you for having him on. I think you got any social media you want to give out, you can go ahead and do so. But I guess we got disconnected with a great interview. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, still to this day, you know what I'm saying, has a deep spot in everybody's heart. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to Ali. Like I said, the way he talked, the way he his bravado was, that just opened the door for more and more people. And great. What about 50-minute interview with Stephen Shaw? I mean, it was a great interview. Who can we get him in the ring with? Like, what's the fight?
Bruh, I like those names we was throwing out there. Ganda, if the Europeans could fight Samuel Peters to make a name for themselves off an old American, why can't an American prospect make a name for himself off an old American? So he fights Peters, even though he's not really American, he's Nigerian or some shit like that. Who next? Fights Peters.
Pulev is Bulgarian.
No, I know, but he's Eastern European, no? That's not it? Or is that Russia? I don't fucking know. Whatever. The point is, he fight that dude, get the 71, fight the other dude, get the 65, then maybe you ready for the Franklins and the Wileens, because Franklin is right there too. He right there too. All them dudes is right there between 80 and low 50s. All of them. All of them. All those Schwartz, all them dudes, they right there. So, this guy just got to make the right. And that's why I said I wasn't trying to backdoor him. It's just like, yo, what you want? You want the name or you want the ranking? Because some of these dudes will give you a name and a ranking. You feel me? Like, look, I give you respect for fighting Jonathan Rice, but people out here like, man, who the fuck is Jonathan? They gonna Google him. Like, he got 4 losses. Like, but they don't know. He was able to bounce back. He like a WBC Intercontinental heavyweight champ right now. You know what I'm saying? But he's a local fighter. You know what I mean? But he fought him early and he beat him. I mean, that was crazy. They offered him Kovnacki at 8 fights. Wow.
Smart man. Too early on.
Hell yeah, that was early, bro. Hell yeah, that was early. But yeah, man. Did we ever get the Dime? We went to Dime. Once. We going to Dime again. Dime, what up?
Yo, what's good? What's good? That was good. I watched Big Shaw back in the day, like 3 years ago or 4. I think on some Showtime or something like that. He's a cool fighter. I like him. He gets it in. He doesn't really rush anything, but when he sees someone hurt, he ain't like what's his name? That fought John Pascal. He don't jab you. He's gonna go for the kill. He's a shark. I would have liked to see him fight someone with a name a little bit right now. Areola or something. Because the division's getting real smallish. Once Tyson Fury and Deontay and Anthony Joshua get their fights done, then we gotta wait on the young and up and coming fighters. But yep.
Cut it.
Thanks for calling in. We going out to CYP. Talk to me.
What up?
What up?
Let me cook back to back. For one, when it comes to Dillian Whyte, I'm being honest. I'm being straight honest right here. If you're a black Brit, you should be ashamed of him. He continues to make you guys look stupid, look dumb. Every time they put a microphone in his face, he says something to make y'all look like you guys are fucking losers. You don't go to school. You don't value education. You guys are jealous. I'm telling you, just Dillian Whyte. AJ makes y'all look good. In the boxing world, he makes y'all look stupid. But outside of that, he makes y'all look good. Dillian Whyte makes y'all look stupid both ways. Y'all need to get in contact with IFL, whoever talks to him, and tell them, yo, stop interviewing that man. He's fucking embarrassing. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all can be mad. Y'all can say I'm hating. But I'm telling you, he's a fucking laughingstock, man. I'm being honest. Okay. Homeboy just said that he thinks Vladimir is better than, Vitaly's better than Wladimir. Go down the list and look at Vitaly's biggest win. Shannon Briggs. He lost to Chris Bird. Vitaly had to come avenge that loss. And then Wladimir came in and avenged that loss to Chris Bird, then beat Chris Bird again. Like, let's be real here. Vitaly didn't fight nobody either. So to say all this, who were they fighting? Look at the eras. No, my man. Right now has better boxers than the Wladimir Vitaly era. If you take out Lennox Lewis, who only fought one of them. Take away Lennox Lewis, who fought one of them. Oh, there's better boxers right now. And I don't know who the fuck would ask if Wilder's the greatest of all time. Who the fuck ever said that? It's like y'all come up with anything to downgrade him, even if he ain't even mentioned that. Hardest puncher of all time? Yep. Greatest boxer of all time? Not yet. Like anything to make the man look bad, y'all gonna ask some stupid shit. Is CYP, is he faster than Usain Bolt? Like, no, I'm not. Never said I fucking was. Good for you, though. You got somebody to say, no, I wasn't. Anyway, CYP out. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, at least you understood that it wasn't me, right? We got the Cracker Jacks in the fucking chat. They like, Nestor is totally lost it. How's he gonna ask this guy is Wilder greatest? Like, that was my question. That's a Patreon question, and I had to ask the man's question. That was Nelson, not Nestor. Like, damn, yo, they be hating on me big time. N.O. Mastermind.
I'm an old
audio sound.
Yeah.
Alright, look. I'm gonna hit back on Blog Talk.
Nah, man, stay here. Just go for it.
Alright, well look, I don't wanna fuck the show up, man. Just everybody hit that like button, man. Know what I'm saying? Support the show. I'm saying like I saw like 500 something. They only got like 100 something like. Hit the like button. I'm out.
I ain't no big deal. Thanks for calling in, homie.
Yeah, man. Thank you. We got Don Donnie. Don Donnie. Unmute, champ. Wow, Don Don.
Big up.
There you go. There he go.
Yeah, man. Big up, Ness. Big up, Mike. Don't know. Hey, all tight, Dillian Whyte. People's champ. Big up yourself. Stay on this batty boy's neck, car. You get me? He's definitely not trying to fight. Yeah. So just expose him in it. Show man really what he's saying in it. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't on nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to fight no one good. Like the people are saying, never fought a punch in his life. Like, there's no more running, no more hiding. Yeah. Time to fight someone good. You get me? If you get past Fury, which I doubt he will, like, highly doubt he will this time. Because last time, that was Fury, 2 years out. We all seen him fat as hell when he took on that Wilder fight. You know, fat. You get me? So in 2 months or however many months, he lost all that weight, jumped in there and beat up Wilder. We all know he won. We all know he won. Let's keep it real. Yeah. Wilder lost. This time, he's had it. Let's take.
Yo. Yo, that shit sound good in Jamaican. I swear, yo. You gotta get Dillian to talk with more of an accent, man. That shit sound good with the accent, bro. But don't mean it's believable. For real, man. Let me get to Ringer Rel. What up?
What up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Earlier today, I was talking about Dillian Whyte and I got cut off. So, real talk, I just want to finish what I was saying on that. All right. So, Dillian Whyte has the WB silver belt. If nobody knows what that is, that's the second belt.
He got the interim. He got the interim.
You got the interim?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is, it's not Wilder's belt. So, you can sit there and say you have a replica of it, but you don't have the actual WBC. All right. Number 2, Wilder is not ducking Dillian Whyte, UK fans. He's not. He's already in a contract. He literally told us before the Ortiz fight, he was fighting Ortiz, then he's fighting Fury. So he has 2 contracts he's already been obligated to. So for Dillian Whyte to be calling him out right now, it's fucking clout chasing. The nigga want a name so bad off Wilder because he want a payday. Wake the fuck up, like, man, y'all.
Cut it.
I'm with him, man.
Remember, man came home, man. Dylan, he got that silver. Nah, I got the interim. Oh, he got the interim? Oh, well, fuck it anyway. Fuck it. He wanted to hate from the jump.
Nah, because he know interim or silver, they ain't the Wilder belt. He sitting here on interviews. He's sitting here on interviews telling people on Sky that don't know no better that that's the same belt, man. He got to stop that craziness, bruh. He got to stop that, man. If he want true love, he got to stop being crazy, bruh.
Had the belt shown on TV, though.
Stainless, man. Talk.
Ain't it gold, though? Ain't Dylan shit gold, too?
No, it's the real one, because Devin Haney told me the same thing. When he got elevated, the interim is the real belt. It's the real belt, but you just ain't the real champ.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You only the real champ if they elevate you.
But Dylan ain't lying though. Like he got the belt Wilder got.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, he do. All right, man. Damn, man. Call us jumping in. Oh shit. Let's go out to
The
Stainless.
Jamaican dude came
Murder,
on.
mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up and grown folks' conversation.
Stainless.
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that Skype somehow split into two calls. So it was a bunch of people on the other side. I just left a message for all of them to call on this one, so you're probably gonna have a little overload real quick. I like that Stephon Shaw interview. I couldn't really remember him. Somebody need to mute their mic. That Stephon Shaw interview, it was pretty good. I couldn't remember who he was until he was talking about how you interviewed him with his pops for the Gerald Washington fight, and I like that cat, man. He sounded like he know his boxing, man. I like his confidence. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of his fights and really catch up on his kid and see where he's at, man. Onto this Dillian Whyte clown shit, though, man. That dude's a clown, man. To the UK, that's a bad representative of yourself, man. Y'all need to stop backing that dude because he's a clown. He don't even come up on our champion's radar right now. That's how much of a clown he is. And to Wilder, if you're listening, after you start Fury, go ahead and start White too, so we can see a lot of crying Jamaicans get that shit over with. So I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because this TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Man, why they coming up with all the interim belts and shit, man? I just seen Abdul and Lipinet's supposed to be fighting for a belt. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Lipinet's and Earl Spence, #1 dude.
Oh, Quadratrulo?
Yeah, IBF interim. Same thing. They
Quadratrulo and Lipinets.
Yep, supposed to be on
That's
the wild card.
that's probably because the Spence IBF mandatory not being called.
And it's supposed to fall on the Wilder Fury card too. But they did it for James DeGill when he came off surgery for his shoulder. They did derail.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I think they're doing it for Earl because he doing a Danny fight first.
I probably so.
So rather than make Quadratrulo wait a whole year, it's like, yo, you want to make some money with a named fighter? Because his biggest name is Luis Collazo. He could easily say no. He could say no.
He about to get stopped.
He could say no, but he could get in there with Lipinets, and it makes you more valuable. And then you go into the Earl fight, more people knowing you.
He's not going into the Earl fight.
I mean, you never know what happens.
Bro, I know what's gonna happen.
Listen, I think Collazo moves better than Sergey Lipinets, right?
Lipinets finna stop this boy.
I know Lipinets punches better, but don't you think Collazo moves better?
Nope.
He's stopping him?
I'm stopping him, man.
He dead.
Man, deer meat. I'm telling you. If this is the guy that I've seen against Collazo.
He is the guy. If it's Kudratilo, who else is going to be?
He deer meat for Lipinets.
Yo, you say you wasn't judging people off their last performance no more, bro. You gotta stop.
I'm judging Lipinets what I've seen 3 or 4 or 5 performances. You know what I'm saying?
But Lipinets at what? 140? Who he doing? Who he did something to at 147?
He just knocked out John
Molina.
No, it was John Molina. He knocked out somebody at 147.
About to say,
was it Devin?
Devin who?
That was Ivan Red kid knocked out Devin, right? He knocked out somebody, man.
Google it. I'm gonna get to these calls. We got hella callers.
Well, my lunch day over with.
I know. But nah, we about to drop the boomer.
No, that's cool.
We gotta drop the drive by. It's 11:11. Yeah, man. So we gotta do that.
He knocked out Lamont Peterson. He the nigga that retired Lamont.
That's Lipinets.
Yeah,
but come on, man. He retired Lamont off of Earl beating the hell out of Lamont.
Lamont was
bro, and Lamont had a lot of fights, and remember he was knocked out by Matisse at 140. Lamont had some time on him, man. On him.
So you say you going with Quadratrulo?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just pitching both sides of the argument. Let's get on, man. We definitely on drop by. Get your thoughts together. We talking 30 seconds, bees. 30 seconds. Let's get this done. Let's get this going. We going to Ziggy Zaggy. Actually, wait, Ziggy Zaggy. I'm sorry. Don't even unmute. Don't even unmute. I got some.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a
That
ringer
nigga
here.
said, all right.
I got a ringer right there. We
I
got
love it, boy.
Killer. Talk to me. Sweden.
What's up? What's up, my guys? What's up?
What
How are
up?
you guys?
Hey man, shout out to my girl Kangaroos.
Who the fuck is that, yo?
She fought Friday night.
Listen. Uh, let's not speak about rumors. Let's speak about facts. Dillian Whyte and his brother Dean Whyte. Oh wait, they are not brothers. They're gay guys following each other around. They're actually not brothers. Did you know that? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Dillian Whyte gets followed around by a guy who's not even his brother, but they act like they're brothers, and the guy changed his name so people think they're brothers.
I hear you, man. We actually covered that. But we all got friends that we consider, brothers.
Your name about to be a lioness over here, Ness? We got some tell me what's up.
Ness Gross.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
KOD, the one UK caller that kept calling in from the dust to the dawn.
Ringer Coyote, unmute. Going once. Twice. Gone.
Old ball game, sorry.
We got Steve Ringer.
Yeah, you already got to me. I'm
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna say we definitely got Steve.
Steve, you the champ.
You're real.
Pat and Bean Town.
What up, Pat?
Once. Twice. Kevin in Chicago.
Oh shit, the return of Kevin Kev. What up, Kev?
Kevin.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, man, it seems like Dillian Whyte touched a nerve with all the Wilder fanboys. I know it's kind of pissed you off. Everyone thinks Wilder's Thanos. He's got the eraser. He's the best heavyweight of all time. You guys forget what Klitschko did to dominate the heavyweight division for 2 decades. He's one of the best heavyweights of all time, so it's very believable that he got knocked out by Klitschko. Wilder did. Remember Wilder got knocked out in the amateurs? He got saved by the bell by a 48-year-old Cuban. His biggest win is a 48-year-old Cuban.
Cut it.
Hey, Kevin, next time, maybe step away from the receiver a little bit. It was a bit muffled, but okay. JT, New Orleans.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Good interview. Ness, I don't know who that fighter was. He kind of sounded like Deontay Wilder a little bit on there, but good interview with him. Up and coming fighter. But shout out to TVB. Y'all keep them good interviews coming through. That's why I like always calling and listening. But I mean, I don't got too much to say about Dillian Whyte. He a clown. That's it.
All right, JT, thanks for calling in. Yeah, his name is Stephen Big Shot Shaw. Heavyweight. He's from St. Louis, man. He's from St. Louis. And we got a couple of super chats from St. Louis. Ken Stone says, glad to meet you at the St. Louis Golden Gloves last year. We should have probably said that during the interview. And then he came back with another one, says, St. Louis Boxing, stand up. Young Alexander Shaw. Shout out to you. We going out to Jay Bills. Jay Bills, talk to us.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, Mike. It's Jay from Colorado, though. I just had to change my screen name.
No,
Yeah, Dillian Whyte talking all that shit. Yeah, Dillian Whyte talking all that shit because they see now that Wilder is in his prime. Y'all talking about prime is when your physical meets your mental, and that's exactly where Wilder is right now. We seen ever since that Fury fight with the Dominic Brazil and Luis Ortiz, he throwing that right way more straight than he ever has. And y'all remember in the Luis Ortiz fight when Luis countered him and Deontay started beating on his chest and started growling? These niggas ain't ready for him, fam. They scared. That's why.
Cut it.
AD, UK.
Yeah, what's happening, Ness? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, like, I always knew there was a reason why Wilder avoided big punches, and White's exposed him. Big up Dillian Whyte for a start. He's pissed a lot of Wilder fanboys off and burst their bubble. But if you look at his resume, yeah, if you look at the facts and the stats, then it kind of adds up what he's saying. Also, he avoided 120 million. There's got to be a reason for that. It's his chin. That's the only thing I can think of. Because how can you turn 120 million down? Yeah, unless that you're vulnerable. Because if he's got that equalising right hand.
Cut it.
Trey, talk to us. Once, twice. Ziggy Zaggy, talk to us.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll make it quick. Yeah, Dillian Whyte, he's clout chasing. He shouldn't have come out and said that. Sparring stories should always stay within sparring. But with that being said, I do think it's real because I don't know if you guys heard, but about 10 years ago when sparring happened, Andy Lee came out. He was training with Emmanuel Stewart and he said he witnessed Deontay Wilder get hurt a couple of times and really devastatingly. Also, there's videos online. If you look for James Ali Bashir, he said that he's witnessed Deontay Wilder get hurt really badly, multiple times actually, and got put to sleep. And this is James Ali Bashir. He's got no sort of benefit from saying this. So I don't know.
Cut it.
My man eating rice and peas and doing an interview.
All right, CYP, third one.
What up, CYP? This is number 2, I think.
Nah, he wanted 2 back to back.
Gotcha.
30 seconds. Let me keep it 100. Y'all, this fucking show, it has the most losers I've ever seen on any show, any platform. There's a lot of winners, but the losers on this bitch are the biggest losers. Like the fat people on the show, this is the biggest. A motherfucker could win on this show, fans to call it a loss. A motherfucker could tell a lie, be proven it's wrong, and then come back the next day and say it over again. You can't win with these guys. It's a supreme jealousy that they have for American fighters. It's sad. It's to the point where you guys are so pussy. I can tell you I'm fucking your wife tomorrow, 8 o'clock at your house. What you'll do, you'll call in, you'll ask your boss for overtime.
Holy shit, bro. Please help us not get flagged, CYP. Jesus, you sound like Tyrone right now.
He said he asked your boss for overtime. God damn.
What the hell?
Disrespectful, man.
N.O., man. Close us out, champ.
Shit, N.O.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm good. Let me know if I'm good, right quick.
We hear you.
Great.
All right, look. I'm keep it PG-13 so we don't get flagged. But that last caller, man, y'all might have about 6 more callers calling in right now. But that last caller, man, dude, done lost his mind. I wanted to say something else, but man, this man talking about Wilder running. Man, Dillian Whyte is a clown, man. Like I had Big Baby nudging him out, but nah, I ain't doing that. You dig? This clown Dillian Whyte got him beat by a landslide. This dude coming out with fake belts. He coming out with speculation and man, I can't, man.
Cut it.
We
got a super chat coming in from Clifford Fetus. You can't fanboy disrespectful. It's on site in person. All right, Mr. PBC. Hey Ness, I was wondering, as a Patreon member, can we ask our own question to the champs, that old radio show style?
That would be
Before you say anything, talk to me off air. I got an idea that I just thought of for you.
no, I mean that would be a different Patreon level for sure because
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
simple fact that I gotta not only schedule the fight and now schedule the caller. I gotta be making sure that the caller's available.
No. What you do is you raise the level and you put it 3 people for whatever guest. And when all 3 people get their name for that month, they can no longer win it again.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
you don't have that control. If them 3 people sign up, bruh,
I mean,
until
bruh,
they
bruh,
card decline, they ain't going nowhere.
But
That's
no,
their
no, no.
spot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they gonna be like, man, I ain't giving this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, perks is perks.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, it's something to think of and something to build. We going to Big Nick in the UK. Talk to me.
Big Nick, what up, homie?
Yo, Ness, what's going on, man? What's happening?
What up? What up?
Yeah, listen, I just heard apparently Nick Fury's put a hit out on your man Thanos, innit? And the Avengers have been assembled to bring your man in.
I mean, who's the Avengers?
They've been, listen.
Is it Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury and AJ? That's why they teaming up and sparring?
Yeah. It's out. Wilder, let's go, baby. What's going on?
They teaming up and sparring. Oh, man. That's all you got, Big Nick? There, he called in for that. Short and sweet. All right, yo. Ness GTO, Instagram, man. Oh, wait. We got the Coyote, right? Yes? No?
Yeah, nah, he won.
Coyote going
online.
once. You ringer status. You deserve at least a comeback. There you go.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
We hear you.
What's going on, people?
All right. Yeah, no. Listen, I've only got 30 seconds. I'm going to make it short and sweet. There's a reason why Shelley Winkle said that Wilder at 33 fights said he was still a prospect and wasn't going to fight Klitschko. So just letting you guys know that there's a reason why they docked Klitschko. Obviously, he was knocked out cold. Obviously, he must have been twitching.
Well, he was twitching. He was twitching.
Why else would you call a champion a prospect? Think about it, guys.
Cut it. Hey, man, we got a couple of super chats coming in at the last moment. Mr. CYP, I am all talk. Y'all are all type. I am the captain. And Mr. P, for real.
We got Steve Comerford. Oh, there goes Steve. Talk to us, Steve. All you got to do is talk. You just got to talk. You just got to say something. You just got to talk. Any day now. Going once. Hello. All right. There you go. He's gone. All right. So, let's see if we got Stone Bone. Are you ready, Stone Bone?
Like, you can keep talking all of this shit about what happened so long ago, but we do know what happened 600 days ago when you failed that drug test and still behind your B sample. We do know what happened when you stepped in that ring and looked like a 52-year-old man coming back when you fought Wok. If you put that guy in the ring, you see he talking about he want to fight another 40-year-old man in Povetkin. Yeah, you better do that, because if you fight Wilder, that will be your last day that you probably walk. They're going to have to bring a motherfucking cart to cart your ass out the ring. I'm just tired of this dude talking. He always got something to say about
Cut it. Steve, going back to you. You got to unmute. There you go.
Just listening, man.
Oh, just listening. Damn, we went through all that to hear you say that. All right, we going to Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, Vincent Davis, Chico Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy?
Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch the gloves and go to work. Let's go to work.
Came.
Ooh, what up, Ness? Man, I was trying to get on earlier, man. I don't know what was wrong with Skype, man.
Nah, it wasn't letting you on because we couldn't answer the call because we were using it to conduct interviews, man.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I thought something was wrong with my Skype, man. I got.
Oh man, Keem, you there?
Yeah.
This dude Dillian Whyte's a clown, man.
We lost you for a bit. Fucking
Oh.
shitty internet today.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, man, don't worry about it, bro. Appreciate you getting to me, man. Good show. Y'all keep doing what you do, man.
Yeah, I wasn't
got a
talking
super
about your
chat coming
internet,
in.
man. I think it might be me or Mike. I don't know. We definitely suffering today.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset my modem.
No, I'm sure it's me too, cause this machine, I don't know, the Skype done reset it. But what you said about super chat?
From the Killer 1911, he said, "Shout out to the first boxer, Dillian Whyte."
All right. Peace. Then catch you on the next one. Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get that notification when we go live, because we will be going live. And we also got a Border Wars Unguarded interview scheduled today for 6 o'clock with Morocco Joe. So if you're in the Border Wars, catch us at 6 p.m. Eastern. Peace.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Check my channel today, Mike on Sports. You got a rugby reaction video dropping and me about to whoop somebody's ass online in Madden. Peace out.
Peace.